friends, this is your Vairava Palanichamy. In fact, I've been talking and standing. So first time we thought that we'll sit and really discuss things in a very leisurely way. And we have been talking about the competitive exam success strategy. So the one of the strategies which we are going to talk about it today's episode is like you have to have a very very peaceful and calm environment. Why it's important? Why you need a peaceful environment? India is it's a vast and then diverse country, and like whether it's a city or it's whether rural or semi-urban, like one or other festival, some entertainments and cinema or some outdoor activity, something or other is going on every now and then. No problem, somebody is there in village. It's like in a village, it's like life is totally geared up, and then after 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the evening only that village will go off and then there will be a peaceful time. But you cannot wait for that. Then you go to town, it's a corporation or even more than that, cosmopolitan. Like depends upon where you are living about it. Like there are places will be very very calm and then cool and peaceful. There are places like you will be very very highly commotion and there will be shouts and yelling and so many things it will be disturbing. Now the problem is which we have been looking for it, the peaceful and conducive environment for a study. Like where in examination, whether it's IIT, JEE or NEET or even civil services or state services, any competitive examination, you have to have really work very hard and then you need a peaceful environment. When you have a peaceful environment, that study, because the intake of a brain will be very beautiful and then it will be sharp and depend on the person also. Some people are ready to really understand things. There is even commotion, people are shouting, even there will be a big trouble going on and people will not mind it, their concentration will not disturb. But there are boys and girls, it's a majority of boys and girls, there is a disturbance on neighboring side and then definitely that will disturb them. So those type of people, they need a peaceful environment. Why? In the Indian situation, there is more than 75 or 85% of the family, you have a 2-room house or 3-room house, you don't have a separate study study room for a child when you are grown up and you don't have a separate room. In such a situation, where will you go for it? So normally we suggest better the boys and girls who are preparing for the examination, they should go to a local library or something like that, or in a cities and cosmopolitan areas. For example, even take in Delhi, there are study places. Even in Chennai, there are study places. Like monthly you pay some amount and you stay there throughout. Whenever you like, you go, and then there is a payment, and then there is a cool environment. You have a study place, you have resources, and then read and then come back like that. But why we say this? Because for a memory, for a best memory, most of the time our brain will absorb more and more things, very 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 cordial and conducive environment. If there is a peaceful environment without any shouting or any disturbance, the brain, the concentration, it's like meditation. When you are studying and meditate after meditation, so the intake is so good. So the study environment also, it's a peaceful, and then our memory capacity, the intake capacity is very good. It's like there is a rainfall. After a long dry spell, like more and more water is really absorbed in the land itself. When you really look for studies, when you are looking for an absorption, then you need a peaceful environment so that the concentration, a spellbound concentration, spellbound calmness, so it will really make you to really understand and then absorb more things. But there are people are exemptions. Exemptions are always there. So those category we are not talking about. There are people, 1 or 2% people, even 10% people, they can do things very well in any given situation. There are people, they will be studying in bus stand, there will be people, they will be traveling in a train or bus, whatever it is, they will do it. Even there are 4 people traveling together, they will be talking, that the 4th fellow will be studying it. There are exceptions, but it cannot be generalized, right? So people look for a peaceful environment when they need a conducive and peaceful structure or something like that for the competitive examination. They have to look for a place of peace. Then only your intake, very very important. For example, you are studying 8 hours, how much you are going to intake, how much your brain is going to intake, that matters a lot. Now how many number of hours doesn't matter, how much you absorbed out of those subjects. So very very important in this episode, which we would like to really tell boys and girls to look for a conducive environment and peaceful environment, peaceful place, so that your intake or your memory absorption, the memory percentage goes up in a day when you are studying, so that your number of hours you are putting it and the remuneration you are going to get it is a memory, right? So to have a best and output in the memory, you have to look for a best environment, whatever the way you like it. So look for an environment where you will be able to read, write and learn and absorb very well. Not only reading, it's a learning and studying, right? So that's a difference in all these things. So studying, the study subjects only, those studies well only will get into your absorption and it will go into your brain, and then you can recall that and you can do the retention very well. So this episode talks about the best environment for your memory best, right? So thank you very much. We'll be discussing about some other topic in the next episode. Thank you once again.
For more videos, subscribe our channel. Please like, share and comment. Don't forget to click the bell icon.